Frederick. It is Thursday, May 2nd. I'm your host, Dani Gurry. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Weather amazing outside so far. Hopefully you can get outside today. The home of Everything Frederick is open today from 11 to 6. You can stop by and pick up some Good Morning Frederick or Everything Frederick swag. Shannon's got some amazing sweatshirts, bucket hats, t-shirts. There's also artisans who have things in the shop to be purchased. Tara Flannery has got some of her photographs on, I think it's on glass, and Fran Byrne has some prints on metal. Absolutely stunning. There are also a few items from Frederick Made, and we're going to be adding items as we go. Oh, there's a whole little front section with cute little like fidget type activities for kids. So yeah, lots of great stuff. There's stickers and magnets, and stuff is going to change all the time. So please check it out. I think Shannon and I will be there at some point on First Saturday. And if you want to come hang out and check it out, you can do it then too. All right, today I chat with Julian from Elk Run Winery. It's my first time visiting there. And I meet Jill, who's learned the craft of turning vintage silverware into gorgeous pieces. And by the end of the week, you'll be able to purchase some of them at the home of Everything Frederick. Plus, the students at CTC have produced another video. I'm excited to share with you the interview from Alexandra Ramos, who talks with business teacher at Oakdale High School, Kaelyn Steig. All right, let's get into it this morning. I want to thank the show sponsor, We Help You Move. Whether you're moving across the street or across the country, Nicholas and his team of moving experts can make the whole thing easy because moving is so stressful. It'd be great to have someone on your side who can actually give you packing tips and help you to sort things out. So you want to contact them well before you've even started, because they might even be able to make that whole process simpler for you. They're veteran-owned and a great supporter of the Frederick community. WeHelpYouMove.com. All right, weather today looks it's going to be amazing. Sunny, high of 91, which is a near record temp. Tomorrow, partly cloudy and 80. And then, this weekend, showers and 64 on Saturday and rain and 73 on Sunday. Now, they say 80% chance, and I think I learned on TikTok, that means that it's 80% of the geographic region will have rain. So there is a chance 20% of us will not, but who knows? First part of next week is showers and scattered thunderstorms with temps in the low to mid 80s, and actually looking out 10 days, lots of showers and thunderstorms in the forecast. I guess it is that time of year. Doesn't make it any easier, but it is. Okay, tons and tons of things to give away. I'd love to give you, look, our advertisers and sponsors would love for you to have these things. There's so many great things coming up. So all you have to do is text the words that are in the orangey color to 888-465-2944. We've got 4 tickets to the Low Key Fest on May 17th. On Carroll Creek Amphitheater. It's live music, adult beverages, kids activities, because it is an all ages, family friendly event that is put on by Key City Rotary. It's going to be a lot of fun. So you can win your 4 tickets. Just text Low Key. I've got 3 pair of tickets to give away to the Maryland Craft Beer Festival. This is an extraordinary event. You probably should like beer if you go, though. I believe there are 60 breweries who will be on site. They are all Maryland breweries, and we have the best time. This will be, I think, my 3rd year going. You're going to want to go. So that happens May 11th on the Carroll Creek linear promenade. It's the whole thing. It's actually, we start over near, what is that? I can't even think of the place, but there's where Yemi's pictures are. I don't know why I'm blanking out. But anyway, you guys know what I mean. And then you cross the street, and then all along Carroll Creek on the side where Alive at 5 is, there are breweries set up. Your ticket gets you samples at every single place. I wouldn't attempt all of them if I were you, but we hardly ever make it through. There are food trucks there as well. Great event. And I'm actually going to be chatting with Abby, who is the event planner for that event next week. And so, yeah, that's a great event. You're going to want those tickets. I also have tickets to the Flying Cows. They play Saturday, 5 p.m. at the Woodsboro Bank Arena at Hood College. I have a whole Mother's Day bag of goodies that was donated by Helping Hands and Caring Hearts. Remember, we talked with Jen Zimmer before. Yeah, she put together, it's like makeup, and I'll get it out so you guys can see it. I got to take some pictures, but it's great. Mom would love it. So just text Mom. And then Bobby at B-Dub's Island Soul Food Truck is giving away 2 $25 certificates. So we'll have 2 winners to enjoy his. I've got to go get one of those boats. His signature boats sound amazing. So anyway, text to win. Those winners will be selected over the next few days. Whew, that's a lot. But look, these guys want you to come out and enjoy, and they want to support, which I totally appreciate. And now we move to Market Makers. Market Makers today, sponsored by the Taco Bar, celebrating Cinco de Mayo this weekend with lots of specials, including chips and guacamole for just $8 all weekend. They've got breakfast burritos, and we're going to talk more about them. They're open from 10 to 12 on special. And also, they've got birria all weekend at Taco Bar located on Route 40. All right, Julian grew up in the vineyard that his parents purchased as a retirement investment. Be sure to check out the Everything Frederick calendar to see the weekly events going on at this vineyard, which is called Elk Run. Let's meet Julian. Let me make sure I got the right one. Here we go. I'm in the beautiful, well, not quite in the vineyard, of Elk Run Vineyard and Winery, here with Julian. You were born and raised here.
Been here my entire life.
That is incredible. So the vineyard has been around. It's your father started this.
Yep.
After his retirement from his real job, and now he's working harder than ever, which usually happens. Tell me a little bit about the history of Elk Run and, kind of how we got to where we are today.
So my father was a naval engineer. My mother was a dance teacher, and, they both fell in love with wine, and so they decided to retire a little early, and them and a couple of their friends ended up buying the land out here in Mount Airy. We started out with 2 acres of vines on this side of the street, and then about 10 years later we were able to afford the land across the street, which is 28 acres.
Oh, wow, okay.
We were originally just going to be a winery.
Yeah.
A little knowledge about grapevines is it takes 5 years for the grapevines to produce grapes you can use in wine.
Oh, wow.
So after 5 years, we had our first set of grapes. We were going to sell them to a winery in New York. It fell through. It was a hot summer. We were worried the grapes were going to go bad. We spent all this time and effort. So we crushed them, made them into wine ourselves, sold them to family and friends. Everyone loved it. And we said, okay, we'll just cut out the middleman and be a
We're in.
Be a winery too.
So in the previous 5 years, are you making grape jelly, or what are you doing with the grapes?
So for the first 3 years, they don't even produce grapes.
Okay.
Then the next 2 years, they produce grapes, but they're not overly sweet. Think like a green apple.
Right. Oh, right. Little tart.
Yep.
Okay. And so you just wait until the good ones come out.
Right.
So what's your best selling wine here?
So we do a dessert red called the Sweet Catherine. You can find that in almost every liquor store in Maryland. That's
Okay.
our most popular.
I love sweets. Sweet's my thing, but yeah. Okay.
We are a Bordeaux style winery, so we do
Yeah.
cabs and syrahs and
Yeah, most of my friends, that's what they like. So, very good. What sets you apart from other wineries, would you say?
so a lot of wineries in Maryland are not also vineyards.
Okay.
You'll find very few wineries that have 100% Maryland grown grapes, which we do. We also are one of the only wineries in Maryland that does a Pinot Noir, grows and produces a Pinot Noir.
Okay.
We are the only winery, to my knowledge, that does a Gewürztraminer, which is a semi-sweet German white.
Okay.
So those are two things, and
Very
we're family run.
Right.
Everyone that's working here is part of the family.
Yes, absolutely. Now you guys do events and stuff here.
We do.
You got a few coming up, which are available on your website and social media. So tell me like how this goes. So you have a Mother's Day tasting coming up May 12th from noon to 5. And this is Michael Jackson Prince night.
Yes.
Wow,
So
we got that in June.
we've started to do a couple themed events.
Okay.
We have a Star Wars event coming up. We have a Michael Jackson Prince night. Last year we did a Taylor Swift, which was a giant hit.
Okay.
Um,
And so when people come out for these nights, I mean, are they dressing like that, or you're just playing music like that? How far can we go?
For Taylor Swift, we played all of Taylor Swift's albums. Everyone that came out was dressed up, kids, moms, and dads.
I love it.
We had Taylor Swift vendors. We had a 360 camera.
Oh, fun. The photo booth thing.
Yep.
That's really a lot of fun. That's excellent. So you guys like to have a good time here, which,
Yes.
we love if you're drinking wine. What else about being here now? So this is kind of now from your siblings onto you.
Yes.
Where you're kind of the guy around here. How involved have you been previous to this, and what do you hope to take Elk Run to?
So I like to say I've legally been working here for 16 years.
Nice.
I can remember coming out and picking grapes when I was like 7 or 8 and getting paid $1 an hour or something like that. So I've pretty much, this has been my main job my whole life.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Is like when I bet you were very popular in high school.
Actually, I'm finding that most people didn't know.
What?
Like my high school reunion is coming up, and I'm like, "Hey guys, we can have it
can
here,"
do-
and everyone's like, "Wait,
Where? Wait,
you
what?
you own a winery?" And I was like, "Yeah, I've been here my whole life."
They missed out. They missed out all those years. Okay, so when you do stuff here, typically, what are your hours? Like,
So going into May, it will be 10 to 6 every day. Friday we stay open till 9. We have live music, and then Sundays it's 12 to 6.
Okay, very good. And if people just want to come purchase wine, they do that within those hours
Yep.
too. And then, are there any other places? You can't order online, can you?
You can order online. We are also in most of the state liquor stores.
That's pretty
If
good.
they don't have our wine, you can ask them and they can order it. Any liquor store can order Elk Run wine.
Okay, how is that handling like so you're doing the full thing from growing to distribution, bottling and distribution? How does that work?
We do the growing, we make the wine, we bottle it. Then we have a dual distribution license. So we can sell to liquor stores, and then we also work with a distributor.
Okay.
Breakthrough.
Okay, that's pretty exciting actually. So how far is it? Just regional pretty much, or?
Just Maryland.
Okay, just Maryland. So you can
We
sell.
can sell to customers outside of Maryland.
Right,
through the
but
website.
the distribution is mostly to Maryland.
Yes.
Very good. Is there anything else that you'd like people to know about Elk Run?
Just that we're here. We've always been here.
Yeah.
So many people say, "Oh yeah, we've passed by on our way to work or something." I'm
Yes.
like, "Why have you not stopped
Yeah.
in?" We are also family friendly. We have little kids of our own. If you want to bring your kids out, we always have something to do. We try and do some events that are catered towards kids.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And if there was just one thing you'd want people to remember about Elk Run, what would it be?
Probably family friendly, very knowledgeable. We've
Yeah.
been doing this for a long time. We're still here.
I say it's in
think
your
we're doing
blood.
okay.
I think
Yeah.
for real it is, right?
Yes.
For real it is. Well, look, come out to Elk Run. It's just outside, kind of right off 26, not too far out, and beautiful out here. Family-friendly place. Come enjoy some wine. They have sweet wine. That's what I like. And you have some reds that he loves. So
Yes.
come out and try it. Visit them online. Come out for one of these fun events coming up, and you've got more this summer. So one a month, pretty much. You guys do one special event a month?
At least.
Yes, at least. So check them out on the web, follow them on socials, and come out to Elk Run. Visit right outside Frederick. Love it. All right.
Thank you.
All right. I want to thank Julian for having me there, and I am a sweet wine lover, and they were that flight that I had with their sangria. They had the Sweet Catherine. I can't remember the white one that I had. It might have been that German white that he was talking about, but very good, very good. And if you're a red wine lover, of course, you're going to love it there. All right, the students at CTC, which is part of Frederick County Public Schools, it's called the Career and Technology Center, where high schoolers learn a ton of stuff to prepare them for after graduation. The classes and courses over there are phenomenal. There's like CAD classes. They can become culinary experts. Well, I have worked with the television and media department there for several years. I've used students over the years to help video, to work for me. So it's phenomenal partnership, and I'm so excited to give them a platform to show their work to a bigger audience. Here is Alexandra Ramos with Kaelyn Steig, who is a business teacher from Oakdale High School, and she is chatting about Startup Maryland, I think. Let's go.
Frederick, I'm Alexandra Ramos, and today I'm here with Ms. Steig, who is a business teacher and the CTE department chair of Oakdale High School. For the first question of our interview, what does that position entail at Oakdale? What specifically is it?
So I teach a variety of business classes. I mainly teach on 2 of our business program completer pathways. So I teach on the marketing and management pathways. And I also teach the dual enrollment class we offer through our department, CMIS 101. And then as department chair, I just oversee all the goings on of all the wonderful CTE teachers at Oakdale.
And also, you're the club advisor to Startup Frederick, correct? How did Startup Frederick come about? Like, what's some of the history?
So Startup Frederick began about 8 years ago. It was a county initiative to try to get students in a Shark Tank style competition with unique business ideas. So we've kind of just been adjusting it and innovating it over those 8 years.
Right. And how long has it been going on at Oakdale?
We started at the inception of it at the county level, so 8 years.
What's the benefit it gives to students?
Lots of benefits. It allows students, not even just business ed students, but any students at Oakdale, it's open to any student in the building, to create a small business plan for a business that they're actually running or for an innovative idea that they have for the future. So it helps them to organize their thoughts with the business, and then it allows them the opportunity to get creative with the creation of their video pitches and to practice public speaking and thinking on their feet when getting asked questions by judges.
And this doesn't just apply to Oakdale, it goes to all other schools. What kind of schools?
Every high school in the county, including the virtual school students. So every high school in the county has the opportunity to participate each year.
Do you know how they find the judges and sponsors for the?
Yeah, I actually also am the teacher coordinator for the whole event. I have been for the past, I think, 4 years. We work with our community outreach. So I work to try to find a new judge, at least one new judge every year from the community. So this year our new judge is a patent attorney in Frederick County, a business patent attorney. We've had a long-standing relationship with some business owners that also offer apprenticeships to students, and they judge. And then NIMEO is our sponsor. They fund the scholarships every year, so we always have one representative from NIMEO each year judge.
And what are some of the best ideas you've heard over the years?
Across 8 years in all the schools, there's been hundreds of really awesome ideas. I think the ones that always stand out are the ones where the students have actually been running the business. It's amazing the types of businesses that these young people are running in our county. Right. So that always stands out. And then some students that are very much forward thinking, to fix problems that exist in society or fill the gaps that other businesses aren't reaching. So there's just so many impressive ideas. Right. I think the current one for Oakdale that people are going to find out about next month is pretty innovative. I had a team of students personally each year that I worked with throughout their time at Oakdale that would compete in startup. Right. And they were always coming up with new creative apps to make people's travel easier, to make menu ordering easier. And then we've had some really good winners of students that have owned their own businesses, like a Goat Soap, an FFA student who used her agriculture skills, and she was really selling at local farmers markets. And so that stuff's really awesome.
Right. And as a last ending question, what's so gratifying about being the Startup Frederick advisor and teaching business here at Oakdale or at high school level?
I love seeing the students, if I get them as underclassmen, excel in the different classes and work through the different levels of startup. Like I said, I've had some teams that I've worked from the time they were in 9th and 10th grade all the way through senior year, just to see how their confidence grows, how their innovation grows, how well they do with public speaking. And thinking on their feet and answering tough questions in front of groups of people. It's pretty awesome.
Thank you so much for doing the interview.
Thank you.
All right, want to thank the students of CTC and Miss Kaelyn Steig there. I am so passionate about teaching entrepreneurship to young people. I think the Startup Frederick is a great idea. And actually next week, I'm going to be airing an interview I have with Damaris Jackson. She runs the Acton Business Children's Fair. The fair happens in November. However, we are encouraging children. This fair is open. There's only 100 positions available. It's for kids from school aged. So from kindergarten, however old they are at kindergarten, all the way up to 12th grade. They have to apply, but they will be able to bring their business to the Carroll Creek Promenade. So they will be able to set up a table and sell their service, their wares, whatever they've done. So we're going to be telling kids to start thinking about their business over the summer, because they're going to apply in September and the fair is in November. But I just love, kids are so innovative. They don't have the fear of failure, really. They will just do whatever. So I commend FCPS for doing Startup Frederick at all the high schools. And I encourage kids to utilize that opportunity to perhaps find the career that they'll still have. Like Tiffany Lewis from Pet and Home Care is doing the job, running the company that she started as a senior in high school. So I love that. All right, after the break, we're going to meet Jill, a flight attendant who learned the craft of hammering and bending silver beautifully. It's going to happen right after this.
Elevate your next party with Dreamscape Slumber Events. Over 12 themes and customization available for kids, teens, and adults to enjoy. Don't have the space? We have solutions for that too. Search Dreamscape Slumber Events on Facebook.
Key City Rotary presents the Low Key Festival, a family-friendly, all-ages event on May 17th from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Carroll Creek Amphitheater. Tickets are just $5 in advance, $10 at the door. Kids under 5 are free. Live music, food from Grilled Cheese Please, traditional authentic Mexican and Rocky Point Creamery, adult drinks from Rockwell Brewery, 10th Ward Distilling and Hidden Hills Winery. Come out to downtown Frederick and have some low-key fun.
All right, it's going to be a great event. That's the one we're giving away tickets to. So if you would like to partake You can for sure. All right, now it's time to chat about what's going on in Frederick. All right, if you want to know what's happening in Frederick, you have to get the Everything Frederick calendar. You can access the calendar by texting the word calendar to 888-465-2944, and you will get a link that opens the calendar directly. And I'm going to share my screen so I can walk you through some of the really cool events that are happening. You can see, again, I'm going to have to go to the day. We'll click here. So if you click agenda, you can actually see what's happening each day in a much better laid out formula or format. All right, the home of Everything Frederick is set to open today from 11 to 6. Stop by to recharge, literally and figuratively. You can see the store and pick up some swag. Right now, there's some Good Morning Frederick t-shirts. I think there are some left. And I've got more stuff on order. And Shannon has some really cute stuff from Everything Frederick, including some glassware, which I really like, little rocks glasses. Today, I believe FCPS is getting out 2 hours early. It is primary election early voting is starting today as well. There is a downtown Thursday market, which happens at 331 North Market Street. I think that's in the Carmack J's parking lot. And the Middletown Farmers Market opens today as well. There is also, let's see, tomorrow, Spring Bloom Immersive Pop-Up. That is the arts festival, basically, at Give Rise Studio. They've got creatives with, it's the theme blooming, garden, and plants. And there's various mediums of art, appetizers, there's a bouquet bar, and mini cakes and cupcakes which are painted, which Sage Cakery did, which I know are going to be absolutely gorgeous. This weekend, Saturday, oh my gosh, so much is happening on Saturday. It is First Saturday, which means that there is a ton of stuff going on in downtown Frederick. Now, I'm actually going to switch to share my screen with this very cool, because the theme is Mayfest, and they've gotten, Downtown Frederick Partnership has gotten a bunch of artists to chalk paint designs all over Frederick. And let me get that off. They've got a map you can click and see here. These are all of the places where there are chalk art pieces in front of all of these businesses. So if you're a member of Everything Frederick and more, you can see it. This is a pinned featured post on there which lists all the events going on throughout the day on First Saturday. Okay, so that is huge. And, I think that it's going to be a great day. I hope that it doesn't actually rain, because the chalk obviously is not going to last very long. Let's hope the rain holds out. So you might want to get down there early. I don't know how that's going to go. Saturday is also National Print. It's Print Day. Print Day in May at Frederick Book Arts Center. I'm actually going to be stopping by to see what they do there. I had never been to Frederick Book Arts Center. They used to be where Jonah's Outdoor Furniture is now, but they have moved to 127 South Carroll Street. They're going to have printmaking demonstrations, a gallery of print. You're going to be able to print your own keepsakes and tons of gifts and art for purchase. They're going to be available from 10 to 4. I'm going to go down there about 10:45 and shoot some video and talk with them so we can feature them on an upcoming show. And also on Saturday, 5 o'clock, the Flying Cows are home versus Rhode Island at the Woodsboro Bank Arena at Hood College. Sunday also, lots of stuff going on. Taco Bar is having their weekend specials. There is a spring market at Carroll Creek Park. You can see that one's from 11 to 5 right down on Carroll Creek Linear Park, which is kind of cool. And there is Frederick Maid's Bead Bar They have so many great things you can do there, but you can actually, if it is going to be a rainy day, what a great opportunity to take the kids inside for some fun. And then also, of course, as we just met, Elk Run has some good stuff going on this weekend too. All right, the link and details for all of these, again, just text calendar to 888-465-2944. And if you want your event, if you're doing something fun and you want us to know about it or want me to highlight it, all you have to do is email it to everythingfredericklive@gmail.com. All right, we're just over a month away from the Scott Key Center prom. They are so excited. And I have to say, thank you to those of you who have reached out to my friend Beth to organize having some of the Scott Key Center peeps come help you at your business. They love to get out into the community. They volunteer their time. So if you have tasks that you would like them to do, you can let me know and I will pass your details along to Beth, or you can contact the Scott Key Center directly and ask to speak with Beth Pearson. Sorry, Beth. They're my friends. They watch all the time, and I appreciate that so much. So anyway, we do need a little bit more financial support for the food for the prom. The prom is June 5th, and we appreciate the donations we've received already. And if you're a local business and you can donate, I will triple your donation into advertising on the Good Morning Frederick stream. So if you can help out, that'll be wonderful. All right, after the break, we're going to hear from Jill from Hammer Glamour. She'll be right after these.
All-in-One Events is Frederick's #1 source for event rentals and entertainment. Please visit us on the web at www.aioeventgroup.com or call 1-888-727-8902 for more information.
And we want to thank our sponsors there as well. Let's chat about Sandra, my good friend Sandra at A&S Construction, who has extending her special offer through May for Good Morning Frederick viewers. Remember, she is locally owned, woman and minority owned, right here in Frederick. They specialize in roofing, siding, windows, gutters, patios, and decks. Again, you're going to be looking at all of that an awful lot now that the weather's getting nicer. Call Sandra at 301-703-2157, or you can email her at info@ansconstruction.net. Again, it's fabulous that she is a woman-owned in the business in the trades, and I've got a really cool little short that the CTC students did talking about women in trades. But get that work done now. Schedule her to come out. You can get $750 off any roof or siding replacement, or $50 off any roof repairs. And please let her know that Good Morning Frederick sent you. And speaking of women in the trades, let's check this out.
We look on a national basis. Only 11% of the building industry is made up of women. Our goal, ultimately, through this program is to encourage women to change that 11%.
It's an amazing program. I truly love it, and the teachers are amazing. I've had the privilege to build something for the community. Since I've been in this program, we built 2 houses. We just sold our first house. There's already a family living in the house.
I think girls are more than capable of doing work like this.
There's really nothing that can stop us.
It always encourages me to do something that any other man can do, especially something that I love and enjoy.
For women who have an interest to go into a skilled trade, it's a career, it's not a job, and it can be for somebody to be a single income earner in their household to support their family.
This program opens up a lot of new opportunities.
It's not just taking the hammer and the nail or putting in the piping, it's the engineering. It is going to be the project management, somebody who works with everybody else on the team. So there's all kinds of roles and responsibilities. Give them an entry point to put their toe in the water, and you'll see magic happen.
My plan after graduating high school is to open my own shop and have female mechanics also working there and not have it so male dominating.
If there is a student that is interested pursuing a trades education, there are opportunities for you to learn a trade, to get certification, to be matched up with employers who are ready to take you on full time, and that will happen through Women in Trades.
I mean, what a phenomenal program. And actually, I'm sure she's already doing this, but I'm sure Sandra is probably working with them to get some of the students in as apprentices for her company. But we love to see women with opportunity to make a great living for their family. These kids will graduate high school probably making close to six figures within the first 3 to 4 years. And the fact that they're already thinking about opening up a business to help our community, I mean, that is absolutely phenomenal. So we really do commend FCPS and CTC for really bringing the trades to the forefront, because it is so vital for this community. There's a shortage of trade workers. Okay, this flight attendant has finally honed the craft of hammering and bending all kinds of metals. Now she's now adding to her repertoire. Let's meet Jill from Hammer Glamour. I've got so many things going here. Okay, Hammer Glamour, to find out what she's doing. It is another market maker. Who knows me knows I love jewelry, especially silver jewelry. And my next guest has perfected over a couple of years, hammering out to make these beautiful pieces. Let's welcome Jill to the program. Hey, Jill.
Hello, everybody.
So I think it's really interesting how you got started. So why don't you start with that story?
I was furloughed and I started cleaning out closets and doing home repairs and all that like everybody else did. And I came across a stamped spoon that I had purchased for one of my daughters like years and years ago.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I was drawn to it and I looked at it. I was like, that might be fun to try. So I did. I tried it and I was hooked. It's not as easy as it looks to stamp on metal. It takes a lot of effort, a lot of eye-hand coordination.
Yeah.
I've had some purple thumbs.
Is it a good way to get out your frustration?
Yes, absolutely. That's why I say I just wanted to bang something. So I started banging on metal,
Yeah, that's great.
So I love it. It's been something that it's been a great creative outlet for me. I just look forward to coming home and going in the garage or going into my studio and hammering away, creating. So
yeah. So tell me, like, what gives you inspiration for your pieces? Like, do you sketch things, or you just kind of see a piece of metal and you think this is what it should be? How does that work?
A lot of artists will sketch, and I've tried that, and it just doesn't work for me because my mind goes and goes.
Yeah.
And I'm a visual learner. I'm a self-taught.
Me too.
I see things and I have to see something. And a lot of times I keep all of my mistakes, all of my mess ups. I keep them and set them aside and I revisit them with a fresh set of eyes, maybe in a month, 2 months later.
That's
And,
really interesting, actually. That's a true testament to kind of growth, right? It's just
Yes.
it didn't work for what you were trying to do today, but who
Yeah.
knows what it could become tomorrow?
Absolutely.
I
absolutely.
love that.
Like, I have an example right here. This ring right here was a mess up, and I was trying to make a ring, and I was like, what in the world is going on? So I set it aside,
Yeah.
and then I started looking at it, and a month or two later, and I added a crystal to it, and I bent it a little bit more, and I thought, you know what? I can wear that as a ring. And I've had more people ask me about this when I wear it. And I'm like, that was actually a mistake. So
Yeah, well, it just
That's the way
goes
it
to
works.
show there are no mistakes in this life, right?
Right,
No
right.
mistakes at all. So you find this hobby during the pandemic, you start to perfect it and grow with it, and you're employed full time, you're a flight attendant, but this is kind of like, your release and outlet, but it's now become a pretty good side hustle.
Yes, I do call it my side hustle, and I really, really enjoy doing it, but I'm not in it for the side hustle
Right.
benefit, so to speak, other than I really enjoy doing it. I am from the belief of metal holds energy, and I'm working with energy the way I see it. And if I can get some of my hopefully good energy out there that I've spent time and I've handled each piece individually and put thought into it and effort. I just feel like it's a way of getting good energy out there. And it I guess it's kind of self-serving, thinking that my energy is going out there into the world.
Well, though, the thing is, when you put good stuff out, good stuff comes back. And so the fact that you even take that time to think about, hey, in every piece, there's a little piece of me and a positivity and good karma and all that good stuff. Obviously it's got to make you feel good to pass on the pieces to other people. But I do think jewelry is very personal, right? So when you have that connection with somebody who's purchasing your piece, or when they understand your, thought process or what you're putting behind it, I think that's really cool.
It is. When I do shows, I have so many people that come in and say, oh my gosh, I've never seen anything like this. And yeah, there are a lot of silverware artists out there, and I'm in groups that I've learned from a lot of wonderful, very, very talented artists. But I've made it a specific effort to try not to copy anyone, because I want to have my own spin on things. I might do something similar, but I want my own, I guess, my own look. I don't know if I even have a look. I just go with what comes out, and then I have ideas as they come. But I try to do my own thing and make each item unique in its own way. And I do try to take pictures of people after they've purchased something. I'm like, oh, I need to take a picture of your hand, ring on it or the necklace. And they are so very proud of it, and I am too. And I'm
Of course.
my babies.
It's like, I was just going to say, like sending your babies off. That's really
And
great.
I have a hard time parting with some of them too. I have more than I should, but I keep. I'm like, oh, I need to keep that one. It's like, maybe I'll put it in the bowl this go around and see what happens. But I do have a lot that I keep.
Yeah, I would be the same way. Do you have like a moment that was like, I can keep doing this?
Well, that's a really good question. I think when I started to see my art is twofold, because I started with stamping, with hand stamping, which is, it's taking these.
Oh, right. Yes.
And each one is a letter. So each letter is done individually. You have to line it up and make sure it's even or not. And then I have a ton of design stamps too.
Okay.
But I started out with the stamping, and once I got a little bit better and more comfortable with that, then I wanted to try stamping onto, a lot of people will stamp on aluminum, or they're stamping on copper, brass, pewter, which is one of my favorites. But my art is kind of twofold, because I not only do the hand stamping, but I also combine that with silverware.
Right.
which is an upcycled, I guess, media that I really am drawn to.
Yeah.
I like the upcycled part of it. But once I started getting really good at stamping and bending, bending metal was so hard. It is hard.
Yeah, I bet. I can't even, I'm only laughing because I just think of myself being frustrated and going, okay, let's go bend some metal because, yeah.
There's a lot of beatings, it's hard.
Well, it's hard, I would imagine too, like anybody can bend a fork, let's say, but to bend it beautifully or to, create a shape.
Like this, like my octopi.
Yeah. Holy cow. Yeah.
That was one of my, that turned out okay.
That's very cute. I love that.
Thank you. Yeah, that's one of my big sellers.
Yeah.
And I also, I guess I'm doing a little show and tell.
That's okay.
I have this on the back, my whale tails. These were one of the first silverware.
That is stunning.
I worked on, and this is more of a statement piece.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Yeah. And I make them in all sizes, small, medium, and large. But I saw this out by hand.
Wow.
So this part of the fin, I guess, and some people call them mermaid tails, whatever. But
yeah, whatever. It could be whatever you want it to be.
That's kind of when I thought, okay, maybe I can keep on to this. And when I got better at everybody loves a good old spoon ring. They've stood the test of time. And those are one of my best sellers always. I always sell a ton of those. But when I was able to get a good circle on a spoon ring, that was also a moment of yay.
Yeah, look, I mean, I think
was hard.
Yeah, perfecting a craft that you've just recently got into, or during the time at which you did. That's really, I mean, that is an achievement, and that is something that should be celebrated. That's fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So right now, people can purchase. You have a website.
I do. It's hammerglamour925.com.
Do you do shows and stuff like that, or
I do.
Not so much?
I do. I'm doing more shows this year than I've ever done.
Oh, wow.
A memorial festival, Troy Fest. I'm also doing a Ren Fair at the Howard County Fairgrounds.
Nice.
I'm doing a pickle fest, which is going to be fun. So I'll stamp a few fun items for each.
Yeah. And do you post all of your events on social as well?
Yes, I do have a Facebook page.
Great.
I do have Instagram.
What is your hope? Is there anything you're hoping to achieve in 2024?
I would like to get better at soldering. I know how to solder. I can flame paint, but doing the fine part of soldering, like soldering together a silver ring, just a simple ring, is not as easy as it sounds. It's pretty hard. And I want to do a better job of reaching my community that appreciates this type of art on social media.
Yeah.
So working full time and this just being something I do on the side when I get home, it's difficult to keep up.
Oh, yes.
Social media stuff.
Yes, 100%.
I'm going to try to do a little bit better with that and to get my items posted on my website and elsewhere.
Yeah.
I have so many different items. It's crazy. I have people come into the booth say, "Did you make all this?" I'm like, "Yeah, I did."
Well, I mean, that's the thing. When you're busy making the product, it's hard to stay busy promoting it. So totally understood.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, if there's one thing that you want people to know about Hammer Glamour 925, what would it be?
I love a challenge and I do custom orders. I've done a lot of trades with people before. They'll give me their old silverware from their grandmother that's been sitting in a closet collecting dust and getting tarnished. They'll give that to me, and in exchange, I'll make them, a couple pieces of jewelry. I had one lady give me her set, and I made a whole set of keychains for her to give to family members for Christmas.
That is a great idea, actually.
Too. So I do love the challenge, and I do make one-of-a-kind items. I do pet tags and all kinds of fun stuff. I really have too many different types of things, but I just can't not do it.
Yeah. I know it's kind of tough when you're creative, especially to not get yourself down so many paths. But I think it's fabulous. The stuff is gorgeous.
Thank
that
you.
whale tail and that octopus, I think, yeah, those would be on definitely my wish list as well. So
Thank
you need to head to hammerglamour925.com and we'll post it. Support Jill's part-time gig. Maybe one day it'll be your full-time gig. And
maybe that's the plan eventually.
Yes. Yeah. Well, we do appreciate you taking the time today and wish you all the success.
Thank you so much, Dani. It's a pleasure being here. I appreciate it.
Want to thank Jill. Oh my gosh. And I'm so excited. So hopefully maybe by this weekend, first Saturday, we will have some of her items for sale at the home of Everything Frederick, which is 401 North Market Street. I'm hoping to hook up with her this week. So catching up with the flight attendant is not easy. So anyway, all right. Don't forget about today's giveaways. We've got so many. I'd love to give them to you. Tomorrow, I visit Enchanted Karma Wellness, and I talk with Bridget, who's a massage therapist. This place happens to be on the grounds of Elk Run, which is very convenient, I have to say. And we'll meet Cheryl from Mighty Maddie's Mission and hear all the good her organization is doing in her daughter's name. And we'll feature another segment from the students at CTC's Television and Media Department. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm going to beg. My goal, and I've put it into the universe, is to get 1,000 subscribers by my birthday, which is in September. I'm hoping you can help me get there. You can do that by sharing, subscribing, liking, commenting on the streams no matter when you see them. Today, actually, we were streaming to 6 different places at once, which is awesome. So we're on my LinkedIn, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube. So we are trying to reach the masses as much as we can. And I can't do it without your help by talking about the program, sharing it, commenting, and liking it. Of course, you can also search for me, Dani, just Dani, on TikTok. And also, we have Everything Frederick Live there and Good Morning Frederick. The great thing about that is I put out shorts each day of some of the great people that we have highlighted. All right, that is it for today, Thursday, May 2nd. Hope you get out there and have a great day. And let's just be great, Frederick.